Hello and welcome to all. From the world's most expensive bird feather to a roll of 22-karat pure gold toilet paper, these are the 10 most expensive things you've ever bought. Chess is one of the most popular board games in the world, with millions of players. Nicknamed the Game of Kings, about its royal origins, chess has retained its former prestige, although today it can be played by all sections of society. But if there is no difference in the rules that apply to the rich and the poor, the game board and the pawns are certainly not the same for everyone. Indeed, if people like you and me play chess with plastic or wooden pawns, VIPs can't be satisfied with so little. For example, take a look at this magnificent chess game, which is considered the most expensive in the world. At $9.8 million, this chess set, ordered by the British firm Royale, is made of solid gold and platinum of the purest extraction. The entire board is inlaid with 147 diamonds and 73 rubies, while the pure platinum pawns are adorned with the finest emeralds and extremely rare and precious natural white and black pearly pearls. Since each pawn can easily cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, it is better in this case not to sacrifice your queen, because it could almost ruin you. And in the case of chess and mate, the bill could be really very expensive. Some people literally roll on gold, like this Saudi multi-millionaire who owns a Bugatti Veyron that is almost completely covered with this precious metal. This superb Grand Sport convertible model from the prestigious French manufacturer was produced in only 150 units, making it one of the rarest production vehicles in the world. However, it must be said that this car was not unique enough for its owner, who decided to have it customized in Dubai. And the result is, to say the least, bling bling, with the entire body of the Bugatti repainted in black and gold. Don't worry, it's not solid gold, but revolutionary paintwork that imitates the precious metal perfectly. But that doesn't change the value of this magnificent little car, which is still worth a mere 2 million euros. And by the way, if you like this video, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive all notifications. Let's keep going. Rich people like Croesus really don't know what to do with all their money. Just imagine spending a literally astronomical amount of money on a dull old photograph without a shred of glamour. This photo by the German artist Andreas Gursky is an austere representation of the Rhine River. The minimalist landscape does not express any relief or any sign of life. The artist has taken great care to retouch his photo digitally, removing buildings and people. It is therefore a terribly sad and desolate landscape that appears in this photo, and which wonderfully depicts the German artist's gloomy vision of life. Yet this post-apocalyptic landscape sold for $4.3 million at a Christie's auction in New York, making it the most expensive photograph in the history of mankind. A watch is primarily used to tell the time, but for Chopard, it is also a means of expressing its refinement and material opulence most ostentatiously. Introducing the fabulous Chopard 201 carats watch, a wrist accessory that dazzles the eyes with its myriad of iridescent diamonds. Made in 2000, this superb watch features 874 high-quality diamonds, encrusted on a yellow and white gold bracelet. This model is not only a vulgar jewel display, the originality behind its design and conception will surely amaze you. Indeed, to be able to read the time on this sumptuous watch, all you have to do is press a small button that will open the 3 diamonds like rose petals at dawn. You will finally be able to access its dial, cleverly hidden and adorned with a multitude of yellow diamonds of the most perfect purity. It's no wonder then that the price of this little marvel is close to $25 million, making it one of the most expensive watches ever made. With its 1.5 billion inhabitants and an extremely unbalanced distribution of wealth, India is undoubtedly the country of contrasts and excess. Thus, the most scandalous opulence rubs shoulder every day with precariousness and total destitution. But if the country has more beggars and barefoot people than anywhere else, it also has some of the richest and most powerful men on the planet. Like Mukesh Ambani, a very prosperous businessman with a fortune of $63 billion. At the head of a fortune that exceeds the GDP of a small emerging country, Ambani has built himself a mansion that matches his prestige and wealth. Named Antilia, this sumptuous mansion was inspired by the mythical Atlantic island of the same name and is considered the second most expensive property in the world after Buckingham Palace. The gigantic building, which covers more than 37,000 square meters, is located in one of Mumbai's most exclusive areas and consists of 27 floors with very high ceilings. Each of these floors has the same height as a small two-floor building, giving the tower a total height of 173 meters. And among the many amenities Antilia has to offer are the magnificent theater and cinema halls, capable of accommodating more than 50 people. The tower also has 4 swimming pools, one of which is Olympic, as well as 3 heliports, its own hospital spread over an entire floor, and 6 parking basements. And to ensure the smooth running of this modern fortress, an army of 600 people is on duty in the manor every day, making sure that everything is always in order. Such luxury has a price, of course, and Antilia will have cost the Indian businessman about $2 billion, making his home a temple of pomp and opulence, and the second most expensive house in the history of real estate. Before continuing, it is time to answer the question of the day, and today it is about general culture. What is the value of Azam, the most expensive yacht on the planet? Is it Option A, $627 million? Option B, $727 million. Or finally Option C, $827 million. Think carefully and write what you think is the right answer in the comments. Answer just before the end of the video. In the list of the most useless yet most expensive objects, this feather of huia dimorphic appears in a good place. This species of bird was native to New Zealand, but became extinct at the beginning of the 20th century, precisely because of the superb feathers adorning its tail. The feather in question was sold at auction in Auckland for the equivalent of 8,000 New Zealand dollars, or more than 4,600 euros, making it the most expensive bird feather in history. The poor huia, therefore, paid with his life for the supreme beauty of his ramage, which was used to adorn the headdresses and finery of the nobility. The feathers of his tail had indeed become fashionable in Great Britain after the Duke of York was photographed wearing one of them during a visit to New Zealand in 1901. We can therefore resolutely cite the dimorphic huia as a fashion victim in the literal sense of the word. Grand pianos are musical instruments considered true works of art, combining the refinement of their design and architecture with the finest materials with which they are made. But no piano can rival in prestige the crystal piano of the prestigious Canadian firm, Heintzman & Co. This masterpiece is completely transparent, except for the keys, of course, which are made of black and white plastic. This crystal piano is fully functional and was even used once at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. But due to its extreme fragility, this magnificent masterpiece has since been carefully packed and stored. And if you want to play Chopin on this crystal piano, you will have to pay the modest sum of $3,220,000, which is not cheap for a Moonlight Sonata. Some people are so passionate about gold that they literally don't hesitate to dress in it. Thus, and as in the legend of the Golden Fleece, this Indian citizen, a great lover of the metal in question, made himself a real shirt in solid gold. Sprinkled with 14,000 pieces of 22-karat gold, this gold-bearing garment still weighs 3.3 kilograms and required the hard work of 15 master craftsmen. The gleaming shirt cost the equivalent of 177,000 euros to its owner, who is an avid collector of yellow metal and hopes to enter the Guinness Book of Records with his expensive suit. History Supreme is undoubtedly the most expensive and luxurious yacht that sails the 7 seas. Designed by the great English designer Stuart Hughes, this ship, which is said to belong to a wealthy Malaysian businessman, is literally paved in gold. No less than 100,000 kilos of solid gold and platinum adorn this palace of the seas, raising its value to more than 4 billion euros. The boat, which is about 30 meters long, is almost completely cast in solid gold, and even the anchor is made of this precious metal. But it's not just the gold metal that makes this yacht unique in the world, as the owner's room features a wall fashioned from meteorite stones, and contains a real T-Rex bone. And that's not all, because the highlight of the show is a giant aquarium, cast with more than 68 kilograms of 24-karat gold. And if all this luxury still doesn't go to your head, a bottle of a liqueur containing an 18.5-karat diamond of the highest purity will surely make your head spin. Supreme History could have been the most expensive civilian ship in the world, if it was real. For you might have suspected it a little, but this yacht is only the fruit of the imagination of a poor, enlightened designer. The yacht shown in the pictures has actually been identified as the 100, a ship belonging to the Italian shipyard, Bea Yachts. The designer would have copied these photos and retouched them on his computer, before creating this crazy story of the most expensive yacht in the world. After the toilet paper in the shape of $100 bills, and the toilet seats in precious metal, here is the paper roll in solid gold. Developed by the aptly named Australian company, Toilet Paper Man, This toilet paper has been made entirely from 22-karat gold flakes. This toilet paper is also totally functional and is, according to its creators, as soft as the softest satin. Composed of 3 thicknesses, this solid gold roll would be even, more comfortable, and more effective than its counterparts in normal paper. But to have the honor of wiping your butt with this 22-karat gold roll, you'll have to pay the staggering sum of $1.3 million, not a dollar less, and you'll even receive a nice bottle of champagne as a congratulatory gift. This toilet paper is, therefore, the most expensive in the world, and is added to the list of the most useless but exorbitantly expensive items. So, what do you think of these 10 excessively expensive and yet so useless and superfluous objects? Which of them impressed you the most? Give us your feelings in the comments. Otherwise, for the quiz answer, it is answer A, and it is the yacht, Azam, of Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, which with its estimated value of $627 million, is the most expensive yacht in the world. I hope that many of you have found the answer.